What are your thoughts on separating a space for pickup and delivery processing? Have a separate designated spot for that. Do any of you do that, or what are your thoughts on that?
We did pick up and delivery.
Hmm.
We had it as a separate company.
Hmm.
Um, if at all possible, if you want to keep track of your expenses, it depends on what you want to do with it. If you want it as a separate entity and a separate company, which is the way that we wanted to do it, if you
Hmm.
can have separate utilities, separate everything, separate equipment, and you have a space to do it, do that. If you're wanting to do pickup and delivery as an extension of the laundromat, use the same employees and use the same equipment, realize you need to keep track of your expenses and you'll have to allocate. There's a whole accounting thing. My husband and I have been talking about this extensively
Yeah.
recently. Um, you'll have to keep track of the expenses on that, but having it in the same store when we started, we had it in the same space, in the same
Mhm.
store, and we were able, I call it cross-pollinate, cross-market. Yeah, we do pick up and delivery and drop off, pick up and deliver.
Mhm.
We since sold that business off to the gal who was running it, who does happen to be Steve's daughter, my stepdaughter, and she's taken it and run with it because I didn't have time for two stores and pick up and delivery.
Mhm.
But that's a whole different kettle of fish, having pick up and delivery.
Right.
If you've got room in your store that's unused and you have that luxury, you can
Mhm.
put it in to start with. I
Mhm.
wouldn't go whole hog and get a whole separate area just for that when you're just
Okay.
starting and dipping your toe in it.
Right. Right.
That's
Um,
us.
a- yeah. Any other thoughts on that? I think, or is that pretty succinct? Do you agree with that?
I was gonna say I have pickup, delivery, and drop off at all my stores. I built a standalone store almost 2 years ago. It's just a drive through all as it is. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I look at it as I will say 80% of my headaches do come from the wash and fold side of it, just because it's staffing. I mean, which we all know staffing is it. But if you, I mean, no matter what, if I wasn't offering wash and fold, I'd still have a staff store. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have staffing no matter what. So might as well offer it. And as I said, and usually the wash and fold on average it basically doubles my revenue for my stores on it. If not a little bit more, but my small, it's about doubles my my normal revenue. And I look at, especially we do a big push during the week when it's a little bit slower. So the
Hmm.
machines are sitting there already. So might as well put the attendants to work. I'm already having to pay them. We usually add one or two extras. We usually have 2 to 3 people on a given shift. And then anyway, then the cost of the van and things like that for delivery and the app and all that stuff, which I see Jeff's on there. We're big Clean Cloud fanatics. And so, but anyway, but that's how we manage everything because it can manage both the laundromat as well as the wash and fold and delivery and all that fun stuff.
Mhm.